Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the Caiden Cowger program, broadcasting from West Virginia. It is great to have you with us. So, guys, I got to tell you something. I am down to like the last 2 weeks of school. Okay, I am a senior in high school, and unfortunately for the past few days, I have not been able to produce a radio show. So I've been uploading best of episodes to the stations and having to send those out. And let me tell you what I have going on. This is very unlike me. I don't do this. But I am having a very big difficulty with the work that is being given to the seniors our last few weeks of school. Now, in my personal opinion, I'm going to rant a little bit if you don't mind that. In my personal opinion, I think that if we were going to learn something, we would have learned it all the way up, middle of 12th grade year. Because when you start getting to the end, you really don't learn a whole lot, regardless of however much work that you get. Just to let you know what my struggle is with here, I have 7 projects that I've got to get turned in within the next 2 weeks. So on top of the radio show, writing columns for a local newspaper, writing a book that I've got to get published within the next 2 weeks also. Having a little bit of a difficulty going on right now with 7 projects that have to be completed. So I'm trying to get all this stuff completed, finished, and done. And it's kind of difficult doing that. I just came out of camp meeting. We went to Calvary Temple in Worthington, West Virginia. Had a wonderful week-long camp meeting. Of course, they did the tithe and offering, and they did the prayer. You'll get back what you put in, and I just said, enough with that. Lord, I'll give you $20 just to finish my homework. I mean, I'm still waiting on that, God. But it's really been difficult. Very, very stressful. Trying to get through it. Trying to get through senior year. I've had great grades all the way up to this point. Trying not to, get straight Fs the last quarter. That wouldn't look good. So there are just 3 grades that I've got to get taken care of by getting the work completed for those classes. So anyway, I mean, so far I have all A's and B's. Just have to get a few of those taken care of and get the work turned in so, the A's and B's don't turn into, D's and F's. So anyway, that's what I'm dealing with now. And then, of course, if you get a C at our high school, if you get a C, you have to take an exam, and then you have to worry about potentially, flunking the exam, and then you get an F. So that's what I am dealing with now. I found out this year that, I was in advanced math my 8th grade year, and I just decided, you know what? I think I'm going to try regular math in high school. Because I heard a lot of bad things about the advanced math classes. So I decided, I think I'm going to just try regular math. So anyway, I took Math 1. It's a Common Core math. Okay, I was in Algebra 1 in 8th grade. Well, when I took Math 1, and I went into Math 2, and then I took Math 3, they told me, I thought, that'd be 4 math credits, right? Wrong. That wasn't apparently correct. And see, all the way up to Math 3, I thought, okay, well, if I switch into the regular math pathway, the math that I had my 8th grade year would still count as math credit. So that's what I was told, going into my, freshman year. Okay. Well, anyway, I get all the way up to a junior, and I'm scheduling for my senior math classes, and guess what happens? They tell me that the 8th grade math credit doesn't count. Great. So I have to take a 5th math class. So I took my 5th math class, and now we get to the 4th quarter, and guess what I found out? The 8th grade math credit counted. So I took a math class for no reason, just simply to put more stress on my life. And I didn't even need to take it. So I have a project in there. The teacher's wonderful. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have very wonderful teachers. I think that each of them temporarily get possessed by demons the last quarter of senior year. But that'll be freed up here when we seniors get out. No, I'm kidding. They're great teachers, but they are giving us piles of homework and piles of, I was always taught growing up, resist the devil and he will flee. Well, guess what? I keep resisting that homework, but it still keeps coming. So I'm trying to get through this senior year, guys. So if you'd please excuse me if I do not upload a whole lot of episodes this week. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to try to upload as much as I can. There might be a few days when I might not be able to, but please understand that after the next 2 weeks, it's all going to be over with. Just check in, see if I have a new episode, check the podcast, check the radio station, see if it's a new episode playing. And if you get bored listening to me, I'm going to go ahead and plug a friend of mine. There's a guy that's name is Teddy Shuttlesworth, Ted Shuttlesworth Jr., okay? And he is a very great man of God, a good friend of mine, and he operates a ministry called Miracle Word Ministries. And he puts out a podcast. If you go to miracleword.com, you'll find his podcast located on there, all of the episodes. You're welcome, Teddy, for giving you the plug. I know you're listening. Love you, brother. But it's a really great podcast. He does a phenomenal job at preaching. Heard him yesterday and did absolutely phenomenal. So if you want to check him out, and I'm broadcasting my show, and unfortunately, if it's a rerun, go check out his podcast. And then, as soon as I start, putting out podcasts again, you can come back and start listening to me and stop listening to him. No, I'm kidding. No, he's a great Bible teacher. I would really check him out. A great preacher. Really thoroughly explains the Word of God. He actually gave me a book yesterday called Blood on the Door. That's a phenomenal book that he wrote. I've been reading a little bit of it. I probably should be doing my homework rather than reading it right now. But hey, I'm apparently procrastinating. So that's a great book to check out. Also, check out his podcast. Check out his stuff. Really, just an absolutely great guy. And I'll tell you, he also puts out videos on his YouTube account too. And with some of the videos that he's been producing, like he covers various topics that a lot of people have pertaining to Christianity, and it's really just wonderful videos. I've showed them to some of my friends who have been looking into developing a relationship with Christ. It's helped them out. It gives you a better understanding of what the Bible is saying if you have a question pertaining to one of the issues that he's addressing. So, yeah, I'd really check him out. His name is Ted Shuttlesworth Jr. Call him Teddy. Ted Shuttlesworth Jr., all right? So, there you go, Ted. That's your plug. So, but no, he's really just a great guy. And glad to, mention him anytime that I can, and anytime any of his messages really come up and hits home. So, great preacher. So anyway, that's what I had to say there. But it's really just because it's crazy, guys. I mean, I don't have a lot of time to prep for the show this week. I mean, it's insane. Have a thing here where apparently the healthcare is going to be pushed again. Donald Trump is planning on unveiling another healthcare plan coming up here very soon. According to the Wall Street Journal, Trump is pushing for a vote on the healthcare bill, but stumbling blocks are remaining. That's the headline. Republican moderates, centrists, are expressing concern over the coverage costs. And this is from the Wall Street Journal out of Washington. Congressional leaders reached a bipartisan deal late Sunday, yesterday night, to fund the government until October, while Republicans scrambled to pull off an even more significant legislative achievement that has eluded them this year, an overhaul of the healthcare system. Both President Donald Trump and Vice President Mike Pence in television interviews Sunday suggested confidence that they could win enough votes to pass a bill to undo the Affordable Care Act. But skepticism among centrist members of the party remains a stumbling block. And it's unclear that congressional leaders have made enough progress to a roll call as they struggle with Republicans who have expressed concern that recent changes to satisfy more conservative lawmakers may push coverage costs higher. Adding to the difficulties for passing any major piece of legislation is the fact that the administration is also pressing lawmakers to flesh out a massive tax cut that the Trump administration unveiled last week, while congressional leaders struggle to reconcile his principles with very different views they have on how to rewrite the tax code. See, this is the problem that we're running into. When President Obama was in office, you had a unified Democratic Party. They all got behind the principles of liberalism, and they destroyed the country. Okay? Well, now you have centrists, moderates in the Republican Party that refuse to adhere to the principles of the GOP platform. They're wanting to go out, do their own thing, help the Democrats enact different parts of their original health care proposal, Obamacare, that is established into law. And now they are trying to, just basically continue different parts of Obamacare and ensure that it remains. And it's not the conservatives that are to blame in this case. It's the moderates. It's the Republican rhinos that are in Washington, D.C. And we have a divided Republican Party right now, basically one that consists of actual conservative Republicans and then another part of the party that consists predominantly of nothing more than a bunch of Republican, registered Republicans that hold Democratic positions. They're Republicans in name only. They are doing more to advance the Democratic Party platform than they are to advance the party platform of the GOP. So that's really what we're up against. They're promoting liberalism over conservatism. And, if we do not get these Trojan horses out of the Republican Party, they are not only going to continue destroying the GOP, but they're also going to destroy the nation. And we have to get this stuff under control. And I'm going to just tell you, one of the things that is concerning to me, and I know that a lot of people have held the opinion that pre-existing conditions should be covered. And I used to hold that opinion. A matter of fact, a few years ago, I actually held that opinion. I thought, doesn't that make sense? If somebody has a pre-existing condition, then why shouldn't they be able to get health care coverage? Well, because if you have that in there where somebody with a pre-existing condition can get health care coverage and they can't be charged any more than somebody that does not have a pre-existing condition, as, these, individuals in Washington are wanting to do, then no one's going to buy insurance. There's no point of it. I mean, why would I buy health insurance if I didn't need it? And if it'd be the same exact cost to me if I already had a pre-existing condition, then I would just immediately get health insurance. I wouldn't be paying into it. It'd bankrupt the system because no one would buy health insurance before they get sick. There'd be no point. Just buy the service. And then guess what? Free money. They're getting all this money from the insurance companies and there's nobody paying anything in. So you just buy it as you need it. But that's the thing. There's nobody paying money in to get money out. So it wouldn't work. And on top of that, how exactly do you expect, the premiums to go down when what ends up happening is that if you're somebody that is completely healthy, you're paying the same exact amount of money as somebody that is unhealthy, that has, heart attacks every weekend. Even though they're using the healthcare system more, even though they're using the insurance more, much more than you hardly ever use it if you use it at all. You should be paying the same amount of money that they're paying into it, even though they're using the system more than you. That's something that is very, very questionable. And it was actually a segment that Dave Ramsey of the Dave Ramsey Show had on his program. And it really caused me to think about that because it made some good points. I mean, if there's nobody to pay into the system because there's no reason to pay into the system because you don't need health care at that point, you don't need health insurance at that point, then really, if it's not mandated, how is it going to work? It has to be mandated in order for it to work if you are going to cover a pre-existing condition. So that's one of the concerns that I have with putting that pre-existing condition clause in there. No one's going to want to buy insurance until they have the condition when they really need health care, because it's cheaper in many circumstances just to pay the upfront cost yourself. And then if you need it, then you, instantly buy insurance. And that's basically what lawmakers in Washington, D.C. are wanting to do. And it will bankrupt the system. It's a system that won't work.
Fighting liberalism one lie at a time.
You're listening to Caiden Cowger on the WCNR News Network.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
Are you looking for tickets to the hottest concerts, big game, or theater show? Look no further than StarFanTickets.com. We have amazing tickets to almost everything. No event is ever sold out. Why wait? It's easy to get the tickets you want at the prices you'll love. Simply search for the event. Then click the Find Tickets button. That's StarFanTickets.com. Join the StarFan crew mailing list and stay up to date on all the hottest events in your area. That's StarFanTickets.com. We have your tickets. Hashtag, you going?
It safely eliminates stress and anxiety. It makes commuting, driving your kids around, or driving a truck more fun. It makes gift shopping easier. It's Happy Driving Stress Reduction, a revolutionary patent-pending tool that works while you drive. Find Happy Driving Stress Reduction on iTunes, Amazon, or Google Play. Make life easier. Buy Happy Driving Stress Reduction today.
Go get your copy of Prelude to World War III, The Rise of Islamic Republic and the Rebirth of America. World War III Series Volume 1, available in paperback and Kindle edition on Amazon by the authors James Rozone and Miranda Watson. By the 2020s, America was no longer a world superpower. The military had been cut to a bare-bones level, and while the U.S. was focused internally, the door opened for new powers to emerge on the world stage. In the wake of this power vacuum, China.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas.
For your free inventor's information, call 1-800-441-7922. That's 1-800-441-7922.
Goldman Sachs and HSBC recently purchased 7.1 tons of physical gold. What do these bankers and mega money managers know that you don't? They're expecting the value of gold and silver to increase. That's why you need our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group offers gold and silver for direct delivery and will not be undersold. Call now. Call 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group is a company that deals with investing in precious metals such as gold and silver. They've been in business for over a decade and have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. They've been featured on Fox News, Market Watch, Bloomberg, Wall Street Journal, CNBC, Reuters, Fox Business, Financial Times, and Forbes magazine. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. They also offer various ebooks on investing in gold, such as the Definitive Gold Guide. So once again, if you're interested, you can call 1-800-932-4108. That's 1-800-932-4108. All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja is a company that specializes in slashing debt. They deal with various debt problems such as tax debt, debt settlement, debt consolidation, student loan debt, credit repair services, and bankruptcy. That is 1-800-826-1132. Now, their company, the Debt Ninja, operates on a national level and have worked to fight the IRS for many of their clients. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-826-1132. That is 1-800-826-1132. Once again, that is 1-800-826-1132. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, American Auto Protection has announced an extended service plan that is now available to the general public. This plan reduces the cost of auto repair expenses. Maximum Car Care was created to assist qualifying car owners with lowering repair bills of cars under 130,000 miles and under 12 years old. Maximum Car Care works to limit the expense of auto repair bills, roadside assistance, rental coverage, and towing. Their number is 1-800-824-9762. That is 1-800-824-9762. Once again, that is 1-800-824-9762. Maximum Car Care is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program.
You're listening to the WCNR News Network.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody
All right, guys,
had to
welcome
say
back.
it.
So I wanted to get you some more information on Ted Shuttlesworth Jr. If you go to miracleword.com, the first slide that appears on his website is a link to his audio podcasts. They're available on iTunes. So you just click on that first slide and it will redirect you to Ted Shuttlesworth Jr. On iTunes, or you can just search Ted Shuttlesworth Jr. That is SHUTTLESWORTH Jr. JR. On iTunes. It has a really good podcast. I've been listening to a few of the episodes. Really good ministry. Highly recommend him. And also reading through his book presently called Blood on the Door. And he also has a workbook with it, which I thought was really neat also. And if you go over there to the menu up at the very top of his website, it has videos and has a link to his YouTube account. So you can check out some of his segments pertaining to various issues that a lot of Christians may have. Can help you address some questions that may come to you from some of your friends inquiring more information about Christianity. So really just, I enjoy the content that he puts out. Shuttlesworths in my family go way back. My father was actually rooming in Bible college with his uncle, with Teddy's uncle, Terry Shuttlesworth. So it's really just wonderful to see him over the weekend. See him all last week during camp meeting. Really enjoyed it. It's always wonderful to get into the presence of God. But I tell you, that's once again, that's miracleword.com. So if you get tired of listening to reruns of my show, although I don't know why, because you'd think my voice would be sufficient for you guys. No, I'm kidding. So if you get tired of listening to reruns of my show over the next 2 weeks, which I am telling you, I'm going to try to get more episodes uploaded within the 2-week period. It's just I've got all this schoolwork, so I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, they could throw something at me tomorrow, and then I have, 20 projects I've got to get in before, senior year's over. So I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what they're going to conjure up. It's witchcraft. Homework is of the devil. But that's what we're going to be dealing with for the next 2 weeks. So I promise you, if you will stick with me, I will stick with you. It's just a 2-week period, so it's pretty difficult. I was going to say something else there, but that would not be good. Anyway, so let's see what else we have going on here. The May Day protests. Have you heard about this? Hundreds of thousands of demonstrators are expected to take the streets today, Monday, in massive May Day protests. This is according to the USA Today newspaper. Thousands are expected to hit the streets for May Day protests. So wait a minute. Yeah, hundreds of thousands are expected to demonstrate on the streets Monday in massive May Day protests across the United States of America, mostly protesting the policies of Donald Trump. May Day, also known as International Workers' Day, has spawned protests across the globe in the past years, highlighting workers' rights. But Monday, for the U.S. marchers, which apparently, this is wonderful. So apparently the marchers are marching for, get this, immigrants' rights. Immigrants' rights. You know what your right is as an immigrant to come in the country legally. But no, they're marching for immigrants' rights. They are marching for LGBT awareness. Oh, great. LGBTQRSTUV. We got to cover all the, sexual perversions. That's great. And then we have police misconduct that is coming up. So we hate the cops. We love the gays, and we, want immigrants to come across the border illegally. So that's what the liberals are marching for today. I tell you guys, it's just so absolutely ridiculous what we are seeing take place among these liberals. I mean, they are, look at what they're standing for. Open borders. And this is a thing that has always gotten me with the liberal argument of open borders. Do they not want gun control? How in the world can you have gun control and also have open borders? Because if you do not have control of your borders, but you have gun control laws implemented in a nation, what will happen is that guns will legally come across the unsecured border because it's open. and they will get into the hands of people who will buy them from the cartels on the black market. So either you secure the border and have gun control, or you don't secure the border and you don't have gun control. Even if it's implemented, even if it's law, it will just get in the hands of the people that are bad. To sum it up for all you liberals out there, that are bad. Okay? So it really just is completely beyond me how these people think that this stuff that's part of liberalism will work, because their arguments contradict every single thing that they come up with. It doesn't make sense. They don't use logic. Their arguments do not fit like puzzle pieces like conservatism does. It's all just a big jumbled mess, just like with transgenderism and feminism. For years, we were told by feminists that women are not defined by stereotypes. Well, just because you don't dress like a woman does not mean that you're a woman. You're not a woman. Or I don't even know what I just said there. Just because you're a woman does not mean that you have to dress like a traditional woman. There, I got it out. Okay. Sorry, sometimes the pathways cross when I'm trying to think on a liberal level, and it doesn't come out right. But, a liberal couldn't make it sound any better. But here's the thing, all right? So we've had feminists. Let me explain my point here. We've had feminists that have said that women are not defined by traditional stereotypes. But on the other side, we have transgenders that are saying that as long as you fit the stereotypes of a woman, you're a woman. If you put a pretty dress on, if you put a beautiful wig on, if you put beautiful makeup on, if you put beautiful lipstick on, if you put beautiful eyeliner on, if you put beautiful, rose-covered cheeks on, blush, whatever you call it. I don't know. I don't wear makeup. I'm a man. But anyway, so if you have all these characteristics of a traditional woman, even if you have, to put it bluntly, male genitalia, you are still a woman. Why? Because you have conformed to the stereotypes of a traditional woman, except one essential part, you know what I'm talking about. But hey, everything other than that, you're fine. You're a woman. If you feel like a woman, you're a woman. Well, we have the transgenders that are advocating for, or the trans people, whatever you call them, that are advocating for women to be recognized by stereotypes. And then we have the feminists that are saying that women are not defined by stereotypes. So there you have two essential parts of liberalism that are contradicting each other. The same as gun control and open borders, contradicting each other. Liberalism is just one big, entire, jumbled up mess of puzzle pieces that do not fit together. But hey, that's what it consists of. That's what it is. And it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. But, this is a major part of the liberal ideology. Transgenderism, LGBT issues, gun control, feminism, open borders. But yet, if you hold all of those views, I don't really understand how your policy would work in a nation. So then what do conservatives believe? We believe in moral standards. We believe in men being men and women being women. We believe in upholding traditions, upholding normality. We believe in the right to keep and bear arms. And we believe in secure borders so the drugs don't come across the border. And, the cartels causing all of Mexico's problems don't come into America and cause all of Americans' problems. And we believe that the legal Mexican immigrants coming into the country legally should deserve some form of security, such as a border wall, to prevent the drug cartels that they sought to escape from Mexico by coming into the United States from following them across the border. Now, see how conservatism makes sense?
Some say he's the next Rush Limbaugh.
I tell you, this kid's got 90% of Rush's venom with only 10% of the biomass.
You're listening to Caiden Cowger on the WCNR News Network.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
You always want to look your best, but you don't always have time to deal with a necktie that won't cooperate. That's where we come in. Introducing the Never Tie, the only necktie that you never have to tie. Each Never Tie comes with a tie and 2 removable knots that you simply slide on and adjust for your comfort, giving you the perfect look every time. Choose from over 20 stylish designs at thenevertie.com. Enter promo code RADIO1 for discount.
It safely eliminates stress and anxiety. It makes commuting, driving your kids around, or driving a truck more fun. It makes gift shopping easier. It's Happy Driving Stress Reduction, a revolutionary patent-pending tool that works while you drive. Find Happy Driving Stress Reduction on iTunes, Amazon, or Google Play. Make life easier. Buy Happy Driving Stress Reduction today.
Go get your copy of Prelude to World War III, The Rise of Islamic Republic and the Rebirth of America. World War III Series Volume 1, available in paperback and Kindle edition on Amazon by the authors James Rozone and Miranda Watson. By the 2020s, America was no longer a world superpower. The military had been cut to a bare-bones level, and while the U.S. was focused internally, the door opened for new powers to emerge on the world stage. In the wake of this power vacuum, China...
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas.
For your free inventor's information, call 1-800-441-7922. That's 1-800-441-7922.
Goldman Sachs and HSBC recently purchased 7.1 tons of physical gold. What do these bankers and mega money managers know that you don't? They're expecting the value of gold and silver to increase. That's why you need our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group offers gold and silver for direct delivery and will not be undersold. Call now. Call 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group is a company that deals with investing in precious metals such as gold and silver. They've been in business for over a decade and have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. They've been featured on Fox News, Market Watch, Bloomberg, Wall Street Journal, CNBC, Reuters, Fox Business, Financial Times, and Forbes magazine. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. They also offer various ebooks on investing in gold, such as the Definitive Gold Guide. So once again, if you're interested, you can call 1-800-932-4108. That's 1-800-932-4108. All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja is a company that specializes in slashing debt. They deal with various debt problems such as tax debt, debt settlement, debt consolidation, student loan debt, credit repair services, and bankruptcy. That is 1-800-826-1132. Now, their company, the Debt Ninja, operates on a national level and have worked to fight the IRS for many of their clients. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-826-1132. That is 1-800-826-1132. Once again, that is 1-800-826-1132. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, American Auto Protection has announced an extended service plan that is now available to the general public. This plan reduces the cost of auto repair expenses. Maximum Car Care was created to assist qualifying car owners with lowering repair bills of cars under 130,000 miles and under 12 years old. Maximum Car Care works to limit the expense of auto repair bills, roadside assistance, rental coverage, and towing. Their number is 1-800-824-9762. That is 1-800-824-9762. Once again, that is 1-800-824-9762. Maximum Car Care is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program.
You're listening to the WCNR News Network, where America comes to talk.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so welcome back. So getting through the show, we're already in segment 3. All right. And, have a bunch of homework still. I'm on high edge. Hey, how about you say a quick prayer for me? Father God, in the name of Jesus, may the smart nerd contact me to do my homework. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Okay, let's see. What do we have going on? Like I told you guys, I haven't had any time to prep. I have been totally busy, this entire week. It's just absolutely ridiculous what they have going on here. I mean, I'm literally like prepping for my show as I'm talking to you guys. So, because and I'm sorry I'm so unprepared. But like I said, I've got 7 pages of, I don't even remember how many projects I have anymore. Like 7 projects that I've got to get turned in for my senior year, within the next 2 weeks. So I'm stressed out about that. I'm going to have to get to it. But anyway, here's the thing. We have, the White House Press Correspondence Center. That's what I wanted to get to. I completely forgot about that. And I think the rest of America did too. No, I did not speak in tongues there. I got tongue-tied. Anyway, it says here, Jeff Mason, we are not fake news. This is at the White House press conference. Now, here's the thing. Donald Trump was in Pennsylvania, I think Harrisonburg, somewhere around there, up in Pennsylvania a few days ago, and he skipped out on the White House press correspondence dinner. He didn't want to be there. I don't blame him. And he said, I would rather spend my time, let me get in the Trump voice, I would rather spend my time with you wonderful people rather than with the corrupt mainstream media, with the dishonest media. And then, of course, yeah, we love Trump. Yeah, so really did great for him. Really wonderful job. Big league. And it's big league, by the way, League. I think I spelled that right. I don't know. I'm failing English. No, I'm kidding. I'm doing great in English. No. So it's pronounced big league. That is what he's saying, like Major League Baseball. Yeah, big league, not bigly. I mean, the media can't even hear him right, which I don't know if they intentionally do that or, well, of course they intentionally do that, but it's big league. All right. He clarified this in multiple interviews. It is big league. I hear big league when he talks, not bigly, not B-L-I or B-L-I, B-I-G-L-Y. It is big league, like Major League Baseball. Big league. Okay, just want to straighten that out. But anyway, we have audio bit here from MSLSD, and it is from the White House Press Correspondence Center, and Jeff Mason took to the podium and said, we are not fake news. We are not failing news organizations or the enemy. Go ahead and listen to this.
Tonight looks a little different.
All feminine, great.
But the values that underpin this dinner have not changed. In fact, I think they've been reinforced. We are here to celebrate good journalism. We are here to celebrate the press, not the presidency. And I am happy to report, for anyone who's interested, that this dinner is sold out. We are not
by media people.
Fake news. We are not failing news organizations. And we are not the enemy of the American people.
They sold out. Yeah, to media personnel. We are not the enemy of the American people. Yes, you are. You are providing fake information to the American people. For crying out loud, you guys reported that Donald Trump took this kid's hat and threw it away from the kid, like grabbed the kid's hat, signed it, and then threw it into a crowd, and this kid did not have a hat. That is what you guys reported. The guy received the hat. Trump threw the hat to this kid, to this teenager, and the kid said, thank you. Clearly, he said, thank you, and walked away. But you guys said in the media that Trump threw that hat away and that this kid didn't have a hat. Politico reported it, CNN, BuzzFeed, all these news organizations reported it. CNN's connected with BuzzFeed. All these major news organizations reported this story. Washington Post. But it was fake news. You are fake news. You genuinely try to take out the president by corruptive journalism. by slanted journalism, by journalism that operates as nothing more than propaganda for the liberal left. That's exactly what you're engaging in, is propaganda, agitprop, not journalism. You are fake news, you are failing news organizations, and you are the enemy. Because you are spreading falsehoods, and you're claiming to provide factual information to the American people when you're providing nothing more than lies and propaganda. You are genuinely creating lies in order to take out the President of the United States. And the American people do not trust you anymore. 75% of the American people in a poll that was conducted during the election, around 75%, said that the media was pulling for Hillary Clinton. The American people see your bias. They see that you're slanted. And the American people, yeah, a lot of them believe that you're fake news. So you've lost your trustworthiness. Excuse me, I can't talk. You've lost your trustworthiness with the American people. And now you're, going out there and proclaiming, we are not fake news. We are not failing news organizations. We are not the enemy. Well, you can recite that all that you want, but just like saying that Islam is a religion of peace, no one believes it. No one believes it. No one believes you. So you keep telling yourselves that as your ratings continue to plummet. You keep telling yourselves that as Americans begin to continue turning to alternative news outlets like this show, where we report the truth. Am I biased? Yes, I'm an outspoken conservative, and I believe in also revealing the truth. I present you with the truth, and I present my opinion based upon the truth. And I believe that, and this is what I've said oftentimes on this show, I believe that conservatism is an educated opinion. And I believe that people who are liberal are irrational and are uneducated. Or both. That's what I believe. Because I think that if you are a conservative and you truly have an understanding of how this country was meant to be, about the founding principles, about how, legal documents work pertaining to originalism in the Constitution, about how, words work, definitions work, I think that, if you have an understanding of reality, you're a conservative. If you have an understanding of wanting to see other people succeed, in other words, if you have compassion for other people and have an overwhelming desire to see them succeed and believe that a strong moral basis serves as a foundation for success, you're a conservative. That's why we're socially conservative. It's why we oppose abortion. It's why we oppose same-sex marriage. It's why we oppose, immorality being taught in the school systems. It's because we believe that a strong moral foundation contributes to individual success. And we want to see people succeed. And then that carries over to our beliefs pertaining to economic issues, financial issues. We believe that people should be able to keep their money that they work hard for, as much of it as possible. Why? Because we believe that money being spent in the private sector will do more than money being carelessly given to the government, when the government wastes it on, like protecting the field mice over in the Great Plains. So conservatism is based overall of an overwhelming desire to see people succeed and an understanding of reality. That's what we believe. So we present you with the truth, we present you with the facts, but we also provide you with our opinion, which is conservatism, which is based upon the substantial facts. Okay? These are people that believe that facts can be hate speech. Watch Hunter Avalon's video that was just recently released pertaining to a recent college that he exposed. Students there liberal students actually said that facts can be hate speech. That floored me. But it didn't surprise me. I take that back. It floored me. It didn't surprise me. It didn't surprise me. I was kind of intrigued by it. It's like, well, they said that. But it doesn't shock me. Because that's the direction these colleges are going. They're raising their students to be stupid. And I have college here, but I assure you I won't be a liberal.
Caiden Cowger. Keeping America straight.
You're listening to Caiden Cowger on the WCNR News Network.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
It safely eliminates stress and anxiety. It makes commuting, driving your kids around, or driving a truck more fun. It makes gift shopping easier. It's Happy Driving Stress Reduction, a revolutionary patent-pending tool that works while you drive. Find Happy Driving Stress Reduction on iTunes, Amazon, or Google Play. Make life easier. Buy Happy Driving Stress Reduction today.
You always want to look your best, but you don't always have time to deal with a necktie that won't cooperate. That's where we come in. Introducing the Never Tie, the only necktie that you never have to tie. Each Never Tie comes with a tie and 2 removable knots that you simply slide on and adjust for your comfort, giving you the perfect look every time. Choose from over 20 stylish designs at thenevertie.com. Enter promo code RADIO1 for discount.
Go get your copy of Prelude to World War III, The Rise of Islamic Republic and the Rebirth of America. World War III Series Volume 1, available in paperback and Kindle edition on Amazon by the authors James Rozone and Miranda Watson. By the 2020s, America was no longer a world superpower. The military had been cut to a bare-bones level, and while the U.S. was focused internally, the door opened for new powers to emerge on the world stage. In the wake of this power vacuum, China.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas.
For your free inventor's information, call 1-800-441-7922. That's 1-800-441-7922.
Goldman Sachs and HSBC recently purchased 7.1 tons of physical gold. What do these bankers and mega money managers know that you don't? They're expecting the value of gold and silver to increase. That's why you need our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group offers gold and silver for direct delivery and will not be undersold. Call now. Call 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group is a company that deals with investing in precious metals such as gold and silver. They've been in business for over a decade and have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. They've been featured on Fox News, Market Watch, Bloomberg, Wall Street Journal, CNBC, Reuters, Fox Business, Financial Times, and Forbes magazine. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. They also offer various ebooks on investing in gold, such as the Definitive Gold Guide. So once again, if you're interested, you can call 1-800-932-4108. That's 1-800-932-4108. All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja is a company that specializes in slashing debt. They deal with various debt problems such as tax debt, debt settlement, debt consolidation, student loan debt, credit repair services, and bankruptcy. That is 1-800-826-1132. Now, their company, the Debt Ninja, operates on a national level and have worked to fight the IRS for many of their clients. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-826-1132. That is 1-800-826-1132. Once again, that is 1-800-826-1132. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, American Auto Protection has announced an extended service plan that is now available to the general public. This plan reduces the cost of auto repair expenses. Maximum Car Care was created to assist qualifying car owners with lowering repair bills of cars under 130,000 miles and under 12 years old. Maximum Car Care works to limit the expense of auto repair bills, roadside assistance, rental coverage, and towing. Their number is 1-800-824-9762. That is 1-800-824-9762. Once again, that is 1-800-824-9762. Maximum Car Care is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program.
You're listening to the WCNR News Network, where America comes to talk.
Caiden Cowger.
Somebody had to say
Yeah,
it.
guys, and I want to make a promise to you. I am going to college next year, and I'm sure that I'm probably going to be having some liberal professors, as most do. But one thing that I want to give you the assurance of is that you've got to understand, when I was going into high school, I had kids that would tell me, you know, Caiden, high school is really going to change you. That's what they'd tell me. High school is really going to change you. And then I get to the very end of high school, and when it comes to my standards of morality, when it comes to my politics, I'm not changed. And I'm getting ready to go to college next year, and I'm going to just go ahead and assure you right now, I'm not going to change. I'm going to remain a conservative. I'm going to remain on the radio. And I'm also going to tell you that a big portion of that also pertains to my Christian faith. Because when you are strongly rooted in the Word of God, you have a desire to see other people succeed. You have a desire for success in not only yourself, but in others. You want other people to do well in life. I think that's what Christ wants for us. He wants all of us to be successful. He wants his children to be successes in life. The devil is the one that came here to kill, to steal, and destroy, not Christ. So I think that we have to implement policies that best reflect success in government. And I think that those policies are conservatism. And I've looked at liberalism, I've studied liberalism, and I don't understand how it could possibly work, because it doesn't make sense. It is a complete rejection of reality, and it's completely contradictive. So no, I am not ever going to become a liberal. I've had people that have, of course, people that have never listened to me before that are concerned about that. Well, you're getting ready to go to college. You're going to grow. No, I'm not going to grow into a liberal. That is actually not growth. That is shrinking. Okay, I am. So I just want to tell you that, just to give you some assurance. I will never be a liberal. Okay, never going to be a liberal. I can't even get to a libertarian. I can't even go halfway. I can't even get to be a moderate. Okay, I am a conservative. I am a Christian, and that is never going to change. And if anything changes, I will become more Christian and more conservative as time goes on. Okay, so just wanted to let you just have that assurance there, because I've been talking about college and high school here, and some of you may have been thinking that on the radio. What if he goes to college and he's not a conservative anymore? Don't worry about that. People have been trying to make me liberal ever since I was first getting into this thing at the age of 12, and they still haven't succeeded. And I'm more conservative now than when I first started, because I know more what I believe and why I believe. And hopefully, I can encourage many of you to develop the same opinion. So anyway, that's just some of the stuff that we have going on now. The White House Press Correspondents' Dinner, we're really having a difficult time. It's just, so they were, turn the thing into a bash Trump event. I understand why Trump wouldn't want to spend any time with the media. I mean, really, why would he? Doesn't make any sense. Oh, we have Nancy Pelosi linking Donald Trump to a vampire. That'll be fun. Go ahead and listen to this. This is from ABC.
So there's so many inconsistencies. I'm trying really hard to find something positive. I wonder about, although this morning he had 3 tweets, I was thinking he was more of a creature that stalked the night, that these things just came out at night like a vampire. And they tweeted these things, but now it's spread to the morning. So let me think for a while. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Oh, Trump is the vampire. Have you ever read the Democrats' tax plan? Yeah, that'll suck the living blood right out of you. I tell you. Ever heard about healthcare, the death panels? Oh, but that's not, that doesn't have anything to do with it. No. I tell you, these liberals are so conceited. But what are they doing? They're going after Trump. He's a vampire. You're the ones that completely dissolve when you see sunlight. So that's all I have to say about that. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you for listening to us. Once again, I will do my best to be back very soon, so check in tomorrow, check in the day following, just see if there's a new episode playing on the radio. So anyway, guys, for more information on the Caiden Cowger program, go to CaidenCowgerProgram.com, and for the latest news exposing the left, go to CowgerNation.com. Thank you, God bless you, and may God bless America.